What's up, everybody? This is Forgo, and today we're going to be testing the collab set with beautiful Eileene. So we're going to jump in here. We're going to go in the championship. This way we can give you guys an idea of whether or not this collab set is worth it. We already tested it in Guild Raid and found out the fest sets is just much stronger, much better. Now, Eileene is a really interesting character to use this set with because she does have the shock damage. She has the drops lightning on target upon landing a skill, deals shock damage equal to 75% of attack to all enemies upon successful attack, guard included. This is an insane skill, right? This isn't a review. I'm just pointing out that she has a tremendous amount of shock damage. It's freaking nuts, right? She's also got this nice striker bonus as a striker, but she has her attack buff on her second skill, and then a remove buff here. What's really important here to note is that we're going to start off with the attack buff. When we do our rotation, we're going to start off with the second skill. Then we're going to go into the first skill, and then we're going to go into the third skill. And another beautiful thing about this character, she has shock attack damage by 30%, more shock damage, right? And then she has the shock damage explosion, deals 2.3 times the target's remaining shock damage and removes shock upon landing a critical hit. Now, the bad thing about the remove shock is, say you're facing the Immortal Dungeon where you're facing Immortal Most. You want that shock damage to always be applied. That way, you're doing more damage throughout the fight. Now, this is going to be tested further, but if you're removing the shock, you're not going to do as much damage. However, it won't be long before you're applying more shock, or if you have other characters applying shock. So I don't think it's a big deal, to be perfectly honest, but it is something to point out. And because of this damage explosion, if she explodes, well, let me go back in here. If she explodes, when she does, she has to do a critical hit. If she explodes, then her damage ought to be freaking insane with this collab set, because this is a damage multiplier. Every one of these cards has 7% attack, so that's 21% attack. She's an attack type character, right? So it's really going to buff up her stats. And then increase shock, darkness damage by 75%, and active skill damage by 23%. This here is bumping up all three of her skills, and then it's not going to bump up her ultimate skill, but it's going to bump up her active skills, S1, S2, and S3, or skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. And you're going to get this extra shock by 75%. So with this set, you would think she would do a lot more damage. Now, I only have my card at level 1. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, for this test. We're just looking at damage numbers compared to this set, compared to another fest set. The fest set that we're going to compare it to is the most powerful PvE set in the game, and that's the Akane set. The Akane set is just absolutely insane because you get 21, you get 33% extra attack, right? So you just get naturally more attack compared to the 21% attack from the collab set. And you're going to get 30% chance to deal extra damage equal to 150% of attack upon landing an active skill, which is pretty insane, all right? So we'll do the first test with this collab set. And remember, we're going to start off with the attack buff, the second skill, then we're going to go into the first skill, and then we're going to do the third skill. And we're going to see just how much damage she does. All right, so we're going to start with that second skill. Then we're going to go into the first skill, then the third skill. So second skill. All right, 665, 678, 691, 704. So we'll do it again. $837. Okay, so that's 837. So that's the high score so far. We'll try it again. Okay, so 837. And I'm just going to go ahead and get my 5PG ready. Well, my 3PG card, but we're going to have 5 full bars at the bottom here. And we're going to see how much damage we do. What a cool looking skill. So 226. So 837 and 226. Okay. Now we're going to slap that Akane set on her.
Bow to me.
Bow to me. And by the way, all of her cores are unlocked as well. Not that it mattered, they'd be unlocked anyways in Championship. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. 657. Okay. That's a good sign for that set. 643. Okay, we'll try it again. Wait for that shock to finish. Here we go. 783. So it looks like that other set did really good. Now we're going to hit our 3 PG and see what we do. So it looked like we got a little bit more damage. It really depends also when you get your damage explosion. But all in all, it looks like the collab set is doing more damage. We'll try this one more time. Yeah, 695, 704, 714. Okay. So far it is not beating that card set. Yeah, it is not beating it. It's not beating it at all. I'll try to hit this again. I love this skill. It's so freaking cool. Yeah, we're hitting 273 with that 3 PG. Let's switch back to that set again.
Bow to me.
Bow to me. All right, we need to take this card off. Need to put a cooldown card on her. Let's see here. All right, we got to try this one more time just to make sure. All right, here we go. 842. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Yeah, that time wasn't so good. 857. Damn. Okay, we'll try one more time. I mean, I do believe this set is overall doing more damage. And we were reaching 270,000 with the Fest sets here. Yeah, it looks like the Fest set is doing more on the 3PG. You know what? Here's something we should have been testing. I'm going to go ahead and get the default ready because it actually does shock damage. Okay, now we're going to hit the 3 PG and see what happens. Or not the 3 PG, but the default. Here we go.
No one shall block the lightning's path.
Okay, 256. We'll switch back.
Bow to me.
I love when she says bow to me. There we go. So with her active skills, it definitely looks like she's doing more damage with her active skills with the collab set. Wow. Interesting. Okay, we're just going to build up our default here. Okay, we'll build up a little more. All right, here we go. We'll let all this finish. Let that shock damage stop.
No one shall block the lightning's path.
Whoa! Whoa, that was a lot of damn damage. Whoa, 350,000. Wow. And her default actually applies shock damage. So this is pretty weird. Honestly, it's pretty damn strange. You know what? I'm going to try this again.
Take this force of lightning. You cannot escape. There. Take this force of lightning. You cannot escape.
Okay. We're going to hit that default again. We're going to let that shock damage finish. All right, here we go.
No one shall block the lightning's path.
Okay. So it's a little bit lower. So it looks like the 3PG in the default will do more damage with the Fest set. At least from the testing I've done so far. But your active skills, these skills here will do more damage with the collab set. So is it really worth buying that collab set for that? I don't know about all that. I mean, it's a good set, but we'll have to see. Honestly, I really would have loved to test this against Immortal Most, but from my calculations, it's going to be another few weeks before we get it, and this collab will be over by then. So I can't really test it in there, and that's a game mode I really would like to test it because shock damage, it's weak to shock damage. So unfortunately, I can't give you guys any feedback on that. I know in Guild Raid, the set isn't very good at all. You're better off with Fest sets. And in all honesty, I don't think you really need the set. I mean, your Fest sets are going to be more than powerful enough in the game. And honestly, like the Akane set will give you the immunity at the end, which will be really nice for someone like Eileene because she is a paper character. She can die really easy. Even the Ryugo set that's going to bump her HP, decrease attack from attackers, so she's going to be able to take a little bit more damage. She'll have more survivability. I just really think that the collab set really is just, it's kind of more of a gimmick than anything. I mean, nobody really we don't even use this set here. I mean, there might be specific situations where these sets are applicable, where they really are useful, because it is doing more damage with their active skills, for sure. And I guess if you want to run in PvP and you want to run with this set, you will get a little bit more damage, but you're really going to be lacking survivability because it doesn't help you in any way. The Akane actually still has tremendous damage and give you immunity. The Ryugo, I just mentioned it. I mean, these two sets really just are better for her, in my opinion. Even the Leah set with the Reflect and the reset skills. I mean, and reset skills on a character like this is pretty nuts, especially resetting active skills. I mean, honestly, that damn Leah set's broken. It's pretty much broken for almost every damn character in the game. So I really don't think you need the collab set, to be perfectly honest. So unless you're in a situation where you're at the end of your pity and you're already almost there, then I'd say go for it. And you already have your 3PG cards. But if you already have your 3PG cards and you got a lot of rubies to spend before you get those last collab cards, I would probably skip out on it, to be perfectly honest. So the final thing we're going to do is we're going to awaken Eileene. Because I mentioned in the last video who you guys would like to see awaken, and a lot of you said you want to see Eileene awakened, so that's what we're going to do. Now, I don't have a memory for her. I will be doing some more summons for her, but I do have some tickets. Screw it. We'll go ahead and use this. If I do get a memory for her, great. So we're going to get old girl awakened. Hello, baby. Yeah. There we go. We'll go ahead and level her up real quick. And boom. Now I'm probably going to stop at this. I'm actually wanting to save my tickets for hopefully something special coming up soon. So all in all, I just don't think that collab set's really worth it. Unless you're in a place unless you're close to that pity and you only need one card. If you already have one card, if you need two cards and you're halfway to pity or something like that, I don't think I'd worry about it. I think the Fest sets are just more useful. They have more mechanics that are more useful, especially in PvP content. And really in PvE, I think the Akane set would be more than enough for anybody, unless you don't have the Akane set. unless you don't have those fest sets, but you can always get them. That's the thing. Those sets are always available in the game. I really don't think you need the collab set, to be perfectly honest. Even though it was doing more damage, you really only want to use that set in your PvE content in the game. And honestly, the fest sets are going to be more than enough to do all that. But again, I haven't tested Immortal Most, and I can't test it because by the time it comes back, the collab will be gone. So that's a real bum deal. So I can't give you the feedback on that. So let me know how you're all feeling about this test. And let me know what characters you've gotten, what cards you've gotten. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.